Hey scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today I am playing along with a really fun hop, which is a 12 days of Christmas hop. So there will be 12 layouts. At the time that I'm creating this, I don't have all 12, so we'll see if I will actually have one for every single one of the 12 days, but regardless, I will have below everyone who is playing along, so be sure to always hop along and check out both Instagram and YouTube participants for this 12 days of Christmas hop. And the theme for today is Here Comes Santa Claus. So be sure to check out all the videos and see how people are putting layouts together for this theme. I am starting here just by building my background for my layout. I have a set of photos that I actually put together on the Project Life app. I have a series of 6 photos, and so they're about probably like a 2x2 square, and so I just created that on that app and printed it out. And basically these photos are of the Santa Claus parade at Disney, and they are sort of the progression as Santa sort of makes his way down the road in the parade. So it starts with the toy soldiers, and then we have the reindeer dancing in front of Santa, and then eventually Santa is, right there in front of us. And so that is what I'm documenting for the theme today. And you saw there I built my background. I am using some red cardstock to frame. I have this white cardstock and then just some pattern papers that I went and cut in about a 3.5 inch size. Now, to add some interest to my white cardstock background, I am going to add just a little bit of mixed media. I have a stencil here from my November hip kit, and I'm just taking some Nuvo, and I've seen quite a few people doing this, and I've done it myself in the past, and I'm just using that Nuvo just like I would a texture paste and putting that through the stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and add this stencil there to the top right, and then now here to the bottom left, and so that's going to add just a little bit of interest to that white cardstock. I will add some splatters as well to just sort of give a bit more texture to the background, and then I will go ahead and build my background layers again and place my photo on the page. And so the papers that I'm using for this layout are actually from, I want to say it's either crepe paper or Pebbles, and it was Mary, I think was the collection name. And I'm using a project pad that had the papers in it, and so that's what the 2 pattern papers that you'll see that I'm going to bring back here in just a sec, that's what I ended up using for this layout. So there you see I am using the new Tim Holtz color of Rustic Wilderness for the splatters for the background of my layout. And those are the pattern papers that I was talking about. I have a specialty one there that has the glitter with the green stripes, and then I have this Santa Claus and reindeer paper, which I thought was perfect to go with my photos, and those 2 are going to layer up there behind my pictures, which I did mat those photos on a piece of green pattern paper. Now, to add a little bit of texture to sort of my matting and behind my photos, I guess I should say, I do have this little strip of scalloped felt, and I don't even know where it came from. I just found it in my stash, and so I did grab that, and I'm just going to line where the 2 pattern papers meet up and place that down with just some ATG. It stuck really well with the ATG, so I didn't add any wet glue. I may go back and do that later. But now, because my layout is, or my background is off to the side drying, I am going to here build my background, or I shouldn't say my background, my embellishment clusters. I'm going to go ahead and build those here on camera, and then when I come back I will have everything glued down to the dried background. But I wanted you to be able to see where I was laying everything out. I have just a frame, and then the Santa Claus and the snowman are actually cut from other papers, and so I just went ahead and fussy cut those. And then that ho 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 strip at the bottom, that is actually the branding strip of one of the pattern papers, and so I just went ahead and used that as well, which worked out perfectly to sort of give my photos a ledge to sit on. And then here you see I have glued everything down, and I'm just going to come back here and just finish building my clusters out. I did off camera figure out my title, which is very in keeping with the theme. I am basically just making it Here Comes Santa. And so these little letter stickers are actually from Nicole Jones, her printables. She has letter stickers in her printables, and so I did go ahead and cut those out, and I will put those there at the top. And then this word Santa is from my hip kit. I think this was either last year's kit from November, or it's this year's. I can't remember which one. But I do put that as the bottom of my title for the word Santa. And now I am just going to finish up sort of the last sort of embellishments for each of my clusters that will finish off the page. And I have these wooden buttons, and what I have learned is that I am not a huge fan of buttons in general on my layouts. So these ones had those epoxy circles in the center. So I actually just poked out the epoxy out of the center of those buttons and used the epoxy circles on my layout instead of the whole button. So I at least got those used. And now to finish off my layout, I am just going to take some sequins and dot them around both of my embellishment clusters, sort of on that diagonal. And with that, I will glue those down off camera, and we will call this one done. Still photos are coming up, and I also added there, you see a little hidden Mickey as well. So be sure to check the links down below and check out everyone's layout for today. And guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.